Are you tired of overthinking every little detail in your life? Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart: overcoming overthinking. For years, I was trapped in a cycle of endless what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. It held me back from taking risks, pursuing my passions, and truly living my life to the fullest. The constant worry and anxiety took a toll on my mental health, my relationships, and even my physical well-being. In this video, I'm excited to share my personal journey and the 5 simple yet life-changing steps that helped me overcome overthinking. So let's dive in. The first step on my journey to overcoming overthinking was discovering the incredible power of mindfulness. It was like finding a hidden treasure within myself that I never knew existed. Mindfulness is all about being fully present in this moment, right here, right now. It's about immersing yourself in the present and truly experiencing it. It's about letting go of those racing thoughts about the past and worries about the future, and simply focusing on what is. This practice helps in grounding oneself. I remember when I first started practicing mindfulness, it felt a bit strange. It was unfamiliar territory, and I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. Like many of you, my mind was used to constantly jumping from one thought to another. It was a challenge to slow down and focus, but I committed to incorporating mindfulness into my daily routine. I made it a priority, knowing that consistency was key. I started small with just a few minutes each day. Gradually, those few minutes began to expand as I became more comfortable. One of the simplest yet most effective techniques I learned was mindful breathing. This technique became a cornerstone of my practice. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath. Let everything else fade into the background. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. When your mind wanders, and it will gently guide it back to your breath. This gentle redirection is a crucial part of the practice. As I continued practicing mindfulness, I noticed a profound shift within myself. It was as if a weight had been lifted. I felt calmer, more centered, and less reactive to my thoughts. The constant mental chatter began to diminish. The constant chatter in my mind began to quiet down, and I was able to experience moments of true peace and stillness. These moments became more frequent. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind completely, it's about observing your thoughts without judgment. It's about creating a space between you and your thoughts. Think of your thoughts like clouds passing by. They come and go, and you don't have to hold on to them. You don't need to engage with every cloud, simply acknowledge it and let it float on. This detachment brings clarity. Incorporating mindfulness into your life can be as easy as paying attention to your senses during everyday activities. It's about being present in the mundane. When you're eating, savor each bite. Notice the flavors, textures, and sensations. When you're walking, feel the ground beneath your feet. Be aware of each step you take. Trust me, the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more peace you'll find in your daily life. This journey is truly transformative. The second step that played a pivotal role in my journey was journaling. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Journaling? Isn't that a bit old-fashioned? But trust me on this one. Journaling became my safe space, my outlet to release all those pent-up thoughts and emotions that were swirling around in my head. Think of your journal as a non-judgmental friend, always there to listen without interruption or advice. It's a place where you can be completely honest with yourself, explore your feelings, and gain clarity on what's truly important. I started by simply writing down whatever came to mind. No filters, no judgments, just pure, unadulterated thoughts. Sometimes it was a jumbled mess of worries and anxieties. Other times it was reflections on my day or ideas for the future. The act of putting pen to paper, of externalizing those thoughts, was incredibly therapeutic. It felt like a weight was being lifted off my shoulders. What surprised me most about journaling was how it helped me identify patterns in my thinking. It was like holding up a mirror to my mind. I began to notice recurring themes, negative thought patterns, and triggers that sent me spiraling into overthinking. This was a revelation. This awareness was crucial because it allowed me to start challenging those thoughts and replacing them with more positive and empowering ones. Don't put pressure on yourself to write perfectly or to make it sound profound. The beauty of journaling lies in its rawness and authenticity. Just write from the heart, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable with yourself. It's in those moments of vulnerability that true growth happens. Remember, this journal is for your eyes only. It's your private sanctuary. If you're new to journaling, start with a simple prompt like "What's on my mind right now?" or "What am I grateful for today?" These prompts can help you get started. It's a powerful tool for managing overthinking and cultivating a deeper connection with yourself. Give it a try, and you might be surprised at the insights you uncover. The third step in my journey to overcome overthinking was all about setting boundaries. This was a crucial step that helped me regain control over my mental space and overall well-being. Now, this wasn't just about saying no more often, although that's definitely part of it. It was about understanding my limits and respecting them. It was about creating healthy limits around my time, energy, and mental space. This meant being intentional with how I spent my time and who I spent it with. Overthinking often thrives when we feel overwhelmed, overcommitted, and pulled in a million different directions. It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once. By setting boundaries, we reclaim control over our lives and create space for what truly matters. This allows us to focus on our priorities and passions. One of the first boundaries I set was around my phone and social media use. This was a game changer for my mental clarity. I realized that constantly scrolling through feeds and comparing myself to others was a major source of anxiety and negative self-talk. It was draining my energy and self-esteem. So I made a conscious effort to limit my screen time, especially in the hours leading up to bed. This helped me wind down and improve my sleep quality. I also started setting boundaries with people-pleasing. This was a tough but necessary change. For years, I had this deep-seated need to make everyone happy, even if it meant sacrificing my own well-being. It was exhausting and unsustainable. But I learned that it's okay to say no to requests or commitments that don't align with my values or priorities. It's about respecting my own needs. Setting boundaries can be challenging at first, especially if you're used to putting others' needs before your own. It takes practice and patience. But remember, setting boundaries is not selfish, it's an act of self-care. It's about preserving your energy and mental health. It's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being so you can show up as the best version of yourself. This benefits not just you but everyone around you. Start by identifying areas in your life where you feel drained, overwhelmed, or resentful. These are often the places where boundaries are most needed. Communicate your boundaries assertively but kindly. It's important to be clear and respectful. Let people know what you're willing and not willing to do, and stick to your guns. Consistency is key. Regularly check in with yourself and adjust your boundaries as needed to ensure you're honoring your needs and priorities. This ongoing process helps maintain balance and well-being. The fourth step that had a profound impact on my journey was incorporating positive affirmations into my daily routine. Now, I know some people might be skeptical about affirmations, but hear me out. When used consistently, they can be a powerful tool for shifting your mindset and rewiring those negative thought patterns that contribute to overthinking. At first, I struggled to believe the affirmations I was repeating. My inner critic would pipe up with doubts and skepticism. But I knew that in order for affirmations to work, I had to approach them with an open mind and a willingness to believe in their power. So, I started small, choosing affirmations that resonated with me and repeating them throughout the day, especially during moments when I felt overwhelmed or anxious. I'd write them down in my journal, say them out loud while looking in the mirror, or even just repeat them silently to myself. One of my favorite affirmations was, "I am capable, I am worthy, and I am enough." The key to affirmations is to choose statements that feel personally meaningful and to repeat them with conviction and emotion. Don't just go through the motions, really feel the words and visualize them as your reality. Another helpful tip is to write your affirmations on sticky notes and place them around your home or workspace. Remember, affirmations are not a magic solution, but they can be a powerful tool for rewiring your subconscious mind and creating a more positive and empowering inner dialogue. The fifth and final step in my journey to overcome overthinking was realizing that I didn't have to do it alone. Seeking professional help, specifically therapy, was one of the most courageous and transformative decisions I've ever made. For a long time, I hesitated to reach out for help. I thought, I can handle this on my own, or therapy is for people with real problems. But the truth is, we all need support sometimes, and there's absolutely no shame in asking for it. Therapy provided me with a safe and non-judgmental space to explore my thoughts and feelings with a trained professional. My therapist helped me understand the root causes of my overthinking, develop coping mechanisms, and build healthier thought patterns. One of the most valuable aspects of therapy was gaining a fresh perspective on my situation. My therapist helped me challenge my negative thought patterns, reframe my thinking, and develop more realistic and balanced perspectives. Therapy isn't a quick fix, but rather a journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're struggling with overthinking, I highly encourage you to consider seeking professional help. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It simply means you're giving yourself the best possible chance to thrive and live a happier, healthier life. So there you have it, my personal journey and the 5 simple yet life-changing steps that help me overcome overthinking and reclaim my peace. We covered the power of mindfulness to quiet the mind, journaling to release those racing thoughts, setting boundaries to protect your energy, positive affirmations to rewire your thinking, and the courage to seek professional help when needed. Remember, overcoming overthinking is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs along the way, but the key is to be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never give up on your pursuit of a calmer, more peaceful mind. By implementing these steps into your own life, you too can break free from the shackles of overthinking and step into a brighter, more fulfilling future. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more inspiring content on personal growth.